Hi everyone, welcome to World of Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie and this is the Tier 5 American medium tank, the M4, being driven by Flying Elite from Amiga Clan. He's platooned up with his old mate JOC 469, Jock 469, and they're on Tundra in a standard battle. But they're not lucky enough to be top tier in this replay, and we'll see in this replay what it takes to get it an ace tanker. Without giving too much away, Flying Elite's going to ace this tank in this game, and he is heading for the usual spot where the medium tanks go on Tundra, and that's to the hill. Now if you zoom in on the tank, you can see he's got a mark of excellence on this tank, and there's a very good reason for that. As you'll see in this replay, he does pretty well in it. You can see on the mini-map, Jock's sitting back and give some support to the hill in his Wolverine tank destroyer. And Flying Elite is just nudging forward. He doesn't want to overcommit here. There's some tier 7s, there's some tier 6s, and they could all put in some damage into his little tier 5 M4. Just peeking the hill at this stage, but looking at the minimap, there's a lot of enemy tanks here. That's why he's not going straight in. I've got the Onai coming up to help, as well as the KV1. They've both got a lot more armour than the little M4 Sherman. Just waiting for the Onai to take the lead, and so he should. He's top tier. What he's doing on this side of the map, I will not know, because the manoeuvrability isn't that good in the tier 7 Japanese tank, but hopefully he's going to provide some cover and give the enemy tank something else to shoot at other than the Flying Elite in his little M4 Sherman tank. Now, it has been spotted, and look at the mini-map. There's millions of tanks there. Cromwell takes out the T-37. The enemy top tier Tiger P's crashed and taken himself out of the game. Great play there by Hero 196949. What a knucklehead. He's searching for a shot on the Skoda, the tier 6 autoloader. It's 2 apiece now. Flying Elite just looking for his first shot. Puts it in for 179 hit points of damage. Not bad at all for a tier 5 tank. And you might think with a gun like that it must have a slow reload, but no. The reload isn't too bad at all. Looking at the ammunition, he's got high explosive ammunition loaded, which does up to 400 hit points of damage, but only 58 penetration. Of course, the gold rounds can double that penetration, do a little bit less damage if he chooses to use them. He's also running Coca-Cola in this tank, which is going to help with his reload and of course his aim time. Most of these high alpha guns, well, not most, but a lot of these high alpha guns have got pretty poor aim time. Of course, the Coca-Cola consumable is going to help the Flying Elite with that disadvantage. Now, he has lost half of his hit points. He's down to 218 hit points in this replay, and so he needs to be a little bit conservative. So that Churchill won't be able to take him out with one shot, but whoever's sniping back at A0 might be able to, like that VK. Puts in 173 hit points of damage into the VK30-01, and he's aiming and reloading. Puts in another massive whack of damage. Brings his damage count up to nearly 900 hit points of damage already, but they're still down by a tank. Jock's doing the right thing. Back at the base, he's got rid of that pesky OI experimental. But now it looks like Jock is getting overrun by some medium tanks, the M7 and the VK30-02, and of course they're on the cap now. The Flying Elite probably hasn't got enough time to go back and help him, so he said, "You're on your own, Jock. I'm taking out the toaster tank, the PZ SFL IVC." One of the weirdest looking tanks in the game. The German tier 5 tank destroyer, which leads to the Reimer 2. Gets a nice shot straight up the dirt box in the VK30-02, and he's waiting for his gun to reload. He's already aimed. He puts another shot in for another 270. Brings his total damage he's done up to nearly 1,500 hit points, which isn't bad at all. And he confirms the kill. Picks up his 3rd kill. Jock's also got 2 kills. And he's looking for kill number 4 on that VK. Not even aiming his way. Unlucky that as he dived down. The gun went down and he couldn't get a shot into that VK, but he's still aimed at him and he kills him. As Jock gets taken out on the other side of the map by the heavy tank number 6, the Japanese Tiger, and somehow the Flying Elite team has clawed this battle back. They were down by a couple of tanks at one stage, but now they're comfortably winning, and it's looking like a win is in the bag. The Oni is just going to sit on that cap flag because look, he's not going to get into the action anytime soon in that big, slow Japanese heavy tank. And the Flying Elite will be quite happy with that because that means it's more damage and kills that he can do. He's looking for the last killing shot on that PZ-34. Who is he aiming his way? Who knows? He's not anymore. He's out of the game. Picks up his 5th kill. Unlucky not to get the top gun in this replay, but not a bad replay nonetheless. And have a look at the post-game battle results. That game was enough to give the Flying Elite his 2nd mark of excellence on the M4 Sherman. Obviously it was an ace tanker. He picked up a bruiser, fighter and 5 for effect as well. And an absolute ripper of a game. 1,779 hit points of damage dished out to the enemy team. 5 kills for nearly 1,300 base experience. Also did 807 spotting damage, which would have contributed to that massive top score. Handy profit margin too, 17,700 credits after tax, and he fired 13 shots. 11 of them went through and did damage, which gave him that awesome score in the Tier 5 American medium tank, the M4 Sherman. Thanks very much to the replay, Flying Elite from Amiga Clan, backed up by his old mate Jock 469, one of the greats. Thanks for watching everyone, take care, and I'll see you all next time.